Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the workaround how to export your Etudes question banks and import them into Canvas. And previously this has been sort of a hard thing to do, but this is kind of a nice workaround. So go into your Etudes class that has the test banks you want to export, and you're going to go to assignments, tests, and surveys. And then we're actually going to create a whole new test in the Etudes site. Yeah, we're never going to use this test or publish this test, but this is part of the workaround. So in Etudes, under assignments, tests, and surveys, click add. And then it doesn't really matter what you title this, but I would title it something like test banks, because we are going to delete this later. Then under the title, under questions, you're going to click on draw. And this is where you're going to go down all your test banks, and you're going to find the ones you want. And you're going to put the number of questions in this little draw box. It's going to match the number of questions in your test bank. So over on the far right, you'll see the column that says questions. That shows in this particular test bank there's 80 questions for multiple choice. So if I want this test bank, I'm going to type 80 here. And if I wanted chapter 2 multiple choice, that's also 80. And you can go down the list, and if you want, if you want all the test banks, you're just going to match the number in this little box and go down the list. But because this is a demo, I'm only going to move these 3 for now. But you could move all of them in theory. So once you have all the numbers of questions in the test banks you want filled in, we're going to click on done. And this is what it's going to look like here. Here's my chapter 1, 2, and 3 test banks with 80 questions in each as a random draw. I'm going to click save or done. And you'll see here's the test here. It's called test banks. So now we're going to export this test out of Etudes. So I believe you check the box and then you click export. And then you click on this name here, this sort of link thing. That's going to download it to my computer. So I'm going to save it. All right, there it is. So now this test file is on my computer. So the next step is to go into Canvas. And in Canvas, you're going to take a note of the name of the course you want to import the test banks into. So in this case, I have a course called Psych Sandbox. That's where I'm going to import these test banks into. But I'm not going to click on the course. I'm going to use the Etudes to Canvas migration tool, which is over here up in Account. So we're going to click on Account, Settings, Content Migrations, New Migration Request, and then in the second box, find your Canvas site. This is where I'm going to type the word Psych, because I know it's called Psych Sandbox, and I'm going to click search, and there it is. I'm going to check Psych Sandbox. I'm going to check Assessments, and then I'm going to check or click Choose File, and I'm going to look for that file that I just downloaded. Here it is, Psych 1 Some Assessments. Double click. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Next and Submit and Close. And it says it's in progress, so right now it's uploading that test into that Psych Sandbox course. So now what I'm going to do is click on my dashboard, and we're going to see if that stuff got moved over. So we're going to go into my course, and I'm going to click on quizzes. And sure enough, it's moved over that quiz that's called test banks. But, and here's the secret, if we go up here into that gear, click on the gear and click Manage Question Banks, you're going to see that it's moved over my test banks and all the questions as well. So everything got moved over okay. So now what you want to do is go back to quizzes, and we're actually going to delete this because we wouldn't want to actually give out a test with every single question in the test bank. So we're going to delete this quiz, and that's going to leave us the bank, just the banks. So the banks are still in here, but now we would have to make a new quiz where we could, take questions from the banks. So that's kind of the workaround on how to move just your test banks out of Etudes into Canvas. You got to kind of do it a little tricky, but it's not that difficult. Thank you for watching.